All right, good people. I think we're in business. I think we're in business. Does it sound good? Sound good? Sound good? Sound good? I think we're in business. I think we in business. Looks like I fixed everything. Let me get a thumbs up if that sounds okay. Let me get a thumbs up if that sounds okay. Okay, good. We good. We good. Appreciate you, Tar. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. So I had all my stuff loaded, but for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me back in once I tried to change my mic. So we're just gonna go, off the not off the script, but for the most part, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make adjustments, like most coaches supposed to do, and some coaches don't. We're gonna make adjustments. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get what I need over here. Don't want y'all to see that because that's where all the stuff coming from. But where is my folder? Here we go. Today is the 27th, so I put that in the 1027 folder. 1027, there it is. All right, we can start with our guy, who is the topic of the show mostly. This is our guy, Snoop. This is where we're gonna start at. We're gonna start with Snoop. So, again, I appreciate y'all for coming back with me, with the audio thing. I appreciate you, Cam, for realizing what was going on. Exactly what you said was happening happened. Since I changed the mic, the mic defaulted to my camera's mic, and it probably sounded terrible. So appreciate you, Cam. I'd rather have restarted the show and got it right than to do a whole show with terrible sound. So I appreciate you, Cam, on that right there. Good looking out. That's good looking out. That's family for you right there. Good looking out. All right. But now back to the show. Back to the show. Back to the show. Hey, I got nothing but kudos for Tyler Huntley. Nothing but kudos for Tyler Huntley. And I should have brought up NFL Chick's tweet about Tyler Huntley. She said something that was extremely important and I'm gonna see if I can find it. I ain't gonna put it on the screen, but I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Should be on my notifications because I replied to her. And she replied to me. Let's see. Here it is. So she said, this was the NFL Chick. Y'all know Rita. This is not the same Tyler Huntley as before. He's poised, concise, and throwing really good passes. He's gotten better, and I love that for him. And I replied, just simply all caps, matured. And she came back. She said, love it for him. He looks so confident in his decision making. And I agree 100%. 100% in what she said. And he looked different. Like he really did. He wasn't as erratic. The other players helped him out for the most part. And I'm not through watching the all 22, but for the most part, the other players helped him out. And the defense helped him out. We got takeaways. The defense helped him out. So I see. Hey, Taurus, look, when Snoop be around and the lighting don't be right, his whole face be dark. But then when he smiled, that thing be blinging, boy. It be jumping off the screen. Like, hey, I ain't mad at him though, Snoop. Snoop had a day, man. You see all the different tweets that are from his teammates. Calvin Noah said, feels good to enter the Dub Club. The Club Dub, I'm sorry, let's work. Lamar Jackson said Dub Sundays, Marlon with the W. Zay Flowers shouted out Snoop, and then Brent Urban says Dub as well. It's good to feel this way on Monday, knowing that we have a schedule coming up. We have a schedule coming up that could lead us back into the playoff hunt. And on top of the fact that guys other teams lost yesterday, that really, really helped us out. We're 2-5, but we're only 2 games out of first place. And we hadn't played the first place team yet at all, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy that we're still in this position to be, close. To be close at all. It's absolutely amazing. Hold on. Let me get over here. I gotta do something. Because if I don't, this won't be Here it is. Because I would have been doing it for nothing if I didn't do this. All right, got it back on now. It's on. It's on. All right, sorry. Had to go turn that on over there. But let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's keep rolling. Oh, I forgot. Since I didn't set it up, I gotta go do this manually. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna listen to Snoop's post game presser and how, like Tar said, smiling ear to ear, and some of the things that went through his brain as he put on that good performance yesterday. So let's take this down, put this up. I gotta do it manually. I had it in a row, but it got messed up. Oh, first of all, can y'all hear this? That's the first. Thumbs up if you can hear Snoop.
How y'all doing?
You know, this summer.
Y'all can hear that? Let me know. Hey, Tila, Ashley, Cam. Yeah, we can hear. Okay, good.
When you get cut and you come to the ring, was there any point did you ever think that a moment like this might not, you might have had that last moment, you might not have an opportunity like this again?
No, I didn't think that.
Well, look at that Joker blinging. Hold on, let me go back just a little bit. Look at that. Watch the smile. Watch you go from dark lips to
Like this again.
bling.
No,
Bling.
I didn't think that it wouldn't happen.
Bling.
It just, just being at home, just working out every day by yourself and stuff. You just try to see where it's gonna come from and when would it happen. I didn't have no idea that. Just being that, OTAs. It's not really where players are, being moved around and stuff. And I understand it, but yeah, we're here.
And if you don't know Snoop's journey, once he got, I don't know, did we trade him to Miami or did he just get cut? And he went to Miami and it didn't work out well. End up signing with Cleveland when they had quarterback injuries, so he really wasn't gonna make that. Because keep in mind, Cleveland had Deshaun, who's hurt. They had Joe. They had Kenny Pickett. Then they had the two rookies, Dylan Gabriel and Shadua. So that's 6 guys. He was on the practice squad. Okay, appreciate it. And the journey is it's really full circle. It's full circle for him to go through all that, come back, because we know when Snoop left, if you were not writing Snoop off when he left, you're lying to yourself. Because all of us said Snoop ain't it. He can't do this. He can't do that. And that's how he played. Because I said to myself, because he wasn't very good when we needed him to be very good. Yeah, he won a game or two, but he wasn't very good. Yes, I am. Me. He wasn't very good. But this version of Snoop that came and played yesterday and probably should have started the past 2 weeks was a quality backup. A quality backup. He didn't put himself in bad situations. He had that one bad play that should have been an interception, but they dropped it. Where he tried to force a ball into Bateman and didn't see the Kevin Byard. But other than that, I feel like Snoop played a really, really, really admirable game for him. Because we know what we used to get out of Snoop in the past, and we didn't get that yesterday. But let's keep going. What up, Q?
When did you find out that you were going to be the starter, and what were your emotions then?
Shoot, probably like Saturday night, like late, I usually just prepare every day like I'm the starter, regardless. So like it wasn't too much of a surprise, I'm like, shoot, let's do it.
Now on that right there, I'll call a little cap that he knew he was starting Saturday night, because the reports came out he took first team reps all week, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm lying, y'all let me know in the chat. But reports came out that, man, look at that smile. Look at that smile. But the reports came out that that he took first team reps. Oh, I can't stop laughing at this dude's smile, man. So I'm just keep
this
going.
phone call that John had mentioned about this summer. Hey, maybe you can come back here. What do you
This man still ain't stopped smiling.
remember of that?
Yeah, it was like, I'll say it was early in training camp, and then I got done working out hard, and I was just like, man, I would love to play for the best team in the National Football League again. So I just text Harz and I was like, give me a call. I know you're in camp. I know you're in camp. Just give me a call when you got a chance. And he called me like right back. I ain't expecting him to call right back. He was like, and we just went on and just talked. And, you know, he was just like relationships last forever. So, you know, I was just grateful for that.
Is there any sort of like, you know, between you and anyone in this team, or maybe just in your heart, just any disappointment that lingers over that one playoff?
That was a stupid question. I'm skipping that. That like man, that stuff happened like 7 years ago when he fumbled that ball versus the Bengals.
Today, this game.
I'll just say like I said, like I was able to get one-on-one work with a quarterback coach while I was at home, while everybody was
No, we ain't talking about the Glizzy Bandit yet.
away, and I just felt like I was just tuning up my craft, you know, working on just my faith with God and just being one with myself, you know, like not letting little mistakes, you know, just down me as a person, like when you know you're greater than.
Did y'all catch how he pointed at old boy that asked him the question about the game just then? Let me see if I can go back. Watch how when he said like little mistakes, how he pointed at the dude that asked him that stupid question.
You know, working on just my faith with God and just being one with myself, you know, like not letting little mistakes, you know, just down me as a person, like when you know you're greater than that. So, you know, just learned my value, and then just that's why I felt like I'm more complete now, because I know my value.
Having Lamar Jackson back in practice this week, what sort of conversations did you have leading up to this game, and how did that impact, you know, the performance out on the field?
Conversations with who? Like
with Lamar.
With Lamar, we talk all the time, and we could talk about anything. So
I'm gonna just before I go to the next thing, I'm gonna just leave that right there. Before I go to the next thing, I'm gonna just leave that right there. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm finna try to be funny. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hold on, I'm about to try to be funny and add some comic relief to this. Cause he just reminded me of something. That just reminded me of something. If I can find it. And I know I probably can't find it now that I want it. Is this it? No, that ain't it. So basically, it's a meme. It's a meme of an anime character, and it's like he in the dark. And then he had this little grin come on his face, and all you see of is his teeth. Now, I don't know exactly where it's at, but Garnett posts it all the time. Garnett West does. So I don't know what he's searching to find it. But if I see it again, I'm going to remind y'all that's the meme that I'm talking about. That's the meme I'm talking about. All right. So that's good with Snoop. One more thing about Snoop is that story about the call real quick that John shared. And I'll put that up real quick right here. Again, I got to do these manually because I screwed up with my mic earlier.
The call. You remember the call? I remember the call. I remember the call. Thanks for reminding me about the call. The call. The call goes down in history. The call goes down in history right now. Phone conversation during training camp. He was actually working out, and we talked about the possibility of this happening, and we talked about, you know what, if it
maybe maybe
does come to fruition, you're gonna win football games. Could win a football game for us, right?
I love that, Mobs. That's that. You saved my job. So now you see this. Look, y'all see this? When the last time we had a Wired? It felt like a month ago. It felt like a month ago the last time we had a Wired. But now we're going to get one Wednesday. You're going to get one Wednesday. That is that you saved my job hug. And hopefully we can get on this run, man. I really, really hope we can get on this run because I am not a fan of tanking. I'm really not. I know a lot of people don't want us to win, to maybe get John up out of here and get, you know, maybe some better draft. I'm just, as a competitor, and I've said a couple of times on, I am not a fan of tanking. Because remember Flores got in trouble because his management wanted him to tank and he didn't. Ain't no way I'm finna put in 67 to 80 hours a week and to lose a game on purpose. You lost your mind. I just can't do it. It ain't in me. Now, if you let me go home every day, hell, no problem losing. No problem losing. Next up. I know y'all done seen this. Everybody been talking about it lately.
taking a lot of fucking flack. Fuck them motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah, Todd.
Tell him, Todd. Tell him, Todd.
Go sit that down there, Barry.
I'm their muscle.
Taking a lot of fucking flack. Fuck them motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
Todd.
believe in you. Yeah. I gave
Yeah, Todd. Talk to him, Todd. Talk to him. Todd need one of these. Y'all, Todd need one of these. Todd need one of these. Todd need one of these right here. Todd need one of these right here. If you get what I'm saying, Todd need one of these. Ironically, it just popped. Look at Streamlabs on point with the program. Look at Streamlabs on point with the program. So this link is to this design that we can get it on a black shirt, similar to the shirt I showed y'all that Vach had on, but not no similar. It is the shirt Vach had on when I brought him on the other day. And if you did not see it, let's get it to where you can see it. Hold on, we're equal opportunity show stuff around here. Let me go to my downloads. Download. Don't embarrass me. We got company.
And top of the morning.
That shirt. That shirt right there. That's the shirt I'm talking about. Todd might need one of them. Todd might need one of them right there. That's, hey. Now, he may not like the little black fish right there, but hey, it is what it is. He got to deal with it. But that's the shirt I'm talking about. And look at Streamlabs, we're right on point. Look at the timing, man. Look at God. Look at the timing. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Take that down. Because I got to do this the old-fashioned way. Remember, I screwed up. All right. My guy, a guy who I've been excited to see get back just as much as anybody else, and a guy that I never thought I'd be happy to see come back. Pat Ricard. Pat Ricard had a monster block, and he talked about it after the game. Here's what Pat had to say while that actual block is being played above his head.
We'll put him on his back. How much did that one mean?
That was worth everything right there. Through all my rehab and everything, and to finally play and to get that hit, and it felt really good. And
look at that man flying. Boom. That's what we've been missing. That's the physicality that we've been missing right there. That's the physicality that we've been missing. But let me hear what he had to say. I was so excited about the block. I forgot about him.
How much did that one mean?
that was worth everything right there. Through all my rehab and everything, and to finally play and to get that hit, and it felt really good. And I had to let him know.
Happy for Pat being back, man. And I like this face. When I was looking at this earlier, this face is like he's happy, but he ain't like overjoyed. I think it's something there. I don't know if it's something there, good or bad, but just his demeanor in this was kind of off to me. But I could be, looking too hard or over, examining stuff, but it just looks kind of off to me. Like it's like he's just staring in space. And most of the time they at least see how he look and talk and look at who he talking to. Maybe it's, it is what it is. I don't know. Let's keep rolling. Let's see what else I got over here, because I had all my stuff down at the bottom, but somebody screwed that up. Somebody like myself. Oh, we're gonna talk. Hey, everybody been clamoring for Keaton Mitchell. Finally got a little Keaton Mitchell in our life. Let's keep him. Make sure I fast forward this because we don't want no copyrights. Here we go. So I can play the replay. I just can't play the regular play. Watch Kolar and Ronnie. The Kolar seal it. Kolar always, when we have a long run, most of the time Kolar or Bateman are somewhere around blocking somebody. Most of the time. And good seal by Kolar right there. Side, which is what they're going to have to do, because we ain't doing enough up in here to run Keaton up in here. I will still stand on that. We ain't doing enough up like in the middle to allow Keaton to run up the middle. Him running outside is great. Cool. I'm cool with it. Him running outside zone, stretches, stuff like that. tosses like he did, cool with it. But we ain't doing enough up front to run him inside. That's why Derrick Henry got to get them reps. Like Ray Kingdom said, Falala ain't doing enough up front to run Keaton up in there. So that's why I feel like his reps should be, if Derrick get 20, Keaton should get 4 or 5. That's where I'm at with it. If Derrick get 20, Keaton should get 4 or 5. If Derrick don't get 20, Keaton numbers should go down as well, because Derrick Henry, in my opinion, needs the bulk of those carries because we don't block it right. And that could mess, and us not blocking it right to get Keaton let himself hurt. But on the edge, he can do his thing, especially if we get it sealed. He can do his thing. So I'm cool with seeing Keaton get those carries, and I'm glad he has some success, which will breed confidence. But still, I talked about on Twitter earlier about him on kickoff. Him and Rasheen Ali back down kickoff only works if Keaton get the ball, because Keaton I don't think he is blocking for Rasheen, but Rasheen will block for him. That's how I see it. Like Mike got 20-25 for Henry, Keaton 10, he a 5. Shoot, no. 20-25 for Henry. I give you Keaton 8. None for Hill. None for Hill. Because I don't remember Justice Hill in this game a lot, honestly. I really don't remember Justice Hill in that game a lot at all. At all. At all. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Okay, we're gonna talk about Derrick and his post-game press conference. And he wasn't very excited, which I understand why, because we won that game. That's just the first thing in a line of things to do. He had 2 touchdowns. We didn't win the Super Bowl yesterday. We just won a game that we should have won. Even though our record don't say we that good, but we won a game that we should have won and that we need to win to get back on track to at least try to make some noise.
Derrick, you guys just took down the Chicago Bears 30-16. This was a huge game for this team coming off the bye week. What does this win mean to you?
This is a great start coming off of the bye week. Guys just focused and refreshed and just ready to get to work. And I think it showed today. Proud of everybody on this team, all the coaches, all my teammates. It's a hell of a win by us to get us jump starting to going what we want to do. But we just focused on this one being 1-0, and that's what we did today.
Derrick, you've talked time and time again about the resilience of this team. You come out here, obviously Lamar's not playing, but you're still able to be successful moving the football. Defense comes up with some big plays. What does a win like this show about the makeup of this team?
Yeah, I just think that the first couple games, what's been displayed wasn't outside of play, and like I said, the offseason, the bye week got us another time to get away, refresh our mind, come back to work, and be ready to go on all 3 phases. And I think everybody just locked in all week. The vibes were good all week, and we just knew we had to come out here and play our style of football to give ourselves the best chance. I think we did that today.
You scored 2 touchdowns today. I don't know if you know this, but you're now 5th all-time in career rushing touchdowns. You officially passed Walter Payton.
Past Walter Payton, a young man from right about in this part of Mississippi, right in Columbia, Mississippi. That's where Walter Payton from. Right around this area right here. That's where he's from. If you didn't know, that's a Mississippi behind me, just in case y'all didn't know. But right in front of that area. Went to school kind of in the middle of the state at Jackson State. Then played for the Chicago Bears, which ironically is who Derrick passed yesterday. Well, that's who we played yesterday when Derrick passed Walter Payton. If you don't know about Sweetness, and I know most of y'all do because y'all, football savants, Sweetness was, he got that nickname for a reason. Long time Chicago Bear, one of the greatest to ever do it. And he was a sight to see. I just tell you that. He was a sight to see. Walter Payton, man. But Derrick Henry passed him. Derrick Henry is 5th all time. And Sweetness is Walter Payton, Chaos. That's what YouTube for, Taurus. That's what YouTube for. Go check him out. Check him out. Walter Payton was a bad man. Bad man. Bad man. Yeah, he from Columbia, Mississippi, Q.
Here today, what does it mean to you to be top 5 all time in that category?
Honestly, to be real with you, I'm still thinking about some of the plays that I left on the field. I ain't really thought
You're
about
your own toughest critic.
Yeah, about the TD list, but all glory to God and all my teammates who've been involved throughout my career. But I got to be better.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. Go enjoy this with your teammates.
All right. And again, Derek has the proper focus. That was one win that we should have happened. But Derek kind of puts me in the main mind frame of how coaches do. And a lot of people be like, but when you win, it don't really matter such. Yes, it does matter. You always want to be perfect. You want to chase perfection. Chase perfection in every play. You think about, like, even when you have success, you think about the plays you did wrong or the calls you made wrong more than you think about the plays that were successful. It's you chase perfection. So winning is great, but you want perfect plays. If you get 75% perfect plays, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win. If you get 75% perfect plays, and that's hard to do. That's hard to do. 75% perfect plays is probably damn near impossible. But I'm exaggerating so you get my point. So you get my point. All right, let's keep rolling. Now we're finna talk about this young buck right here. Let's talk about this young buck for a second. Talk about this young buck for a second and his play. So let's talk about the offensive side of it. So if I'm an offensive coach and I'm coaching Rome Odunze, I'm going to rip him a new one for a little detail that you may not know. All right. So look where he starts his cut at. This is the 15, the 17-yard line is where he starts his cut at. Go a little further. He's at the 18. He's at the 19. And now he's pushing the 20. So that's 3 more yards that he drifted on his cut. And I'm going to rip him a new butthole because him drifting up on his cut allowed Nate to undercut it. So Nate undercuts this ball at the, maybe, let's say 18. Say 18. So if Rome, when he starts his break and he comes flat right here, flat down the 17-yard line, his body is between the ball and Nate. So Nate would have to go through him to get the ball. It's a little pet peeve, just come. And even if you start your break right here, still come back down the line toward the quarterback to keep the separation you got. He drifted on his cut across the field. Nate undercut it like you supposed to do, like most good DBs do. Bam, let's go the other way. Oski. I don't know if y'all know about Oski. Because if he come flat on that cut, Nate has no chance. All Nate can do is just make the tackle. But he drifted, and look at Nate, get right up under it. Get right up under it. And give me that. Like Chris Brown, girl, give me that. This is what he had to say afterwards, though. Like, we talking about Todd popping his stuff. This is what he had to say afterwards.
During the bye, Chuck Pagano said that you have been saying, like, give me this receiver. I want to cover him. Was that something you did ahead of this game as well?
Yeah, man. I feel like for my last year, I grew more mature. And I feel like I'm at the top of my game right now. So I feel like no receiver can match up with me. I feel like I can guard him. So why not put me on?
How fun was it watching?
All right. Now, Cam brought up a good point. Yesterday when I was looking at the stats, and I started to put it out there, but I didn't. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you since Cam already started it. He was the most targeted receiver. Gave up the most yards. I think the receivers were, if Cam, you may be exactly right. If I remember the number correctly, they were 9 out of 10 versus him, with the 10th one being an interception. But the thing is on defense, you don't need to make but one play. Just think about this. My chances of winning go up if I catch one of those balls. Your chances of winning don't go up if you catch 17 balls. Because you're supposed to do that. But if you make 17 catches and I have 1 pick six, the chances of my team winning go up. So that's why you can give up the most catches, the most yards, the most plays. But if you go make a play on defense, like actually a game-changing play, turn the ball over, none of that crap matters no more. Because if you go look at the numbers, you look at the PFF numbers, because I saw them last night. If I'm not mistaken, it's contested, like balls thrown in his way, and I'm paraphrasing the actual title. I can't remember it, but balls thrown at Nate, he was 9 out of 10. The 10th one was the interception. They caught the other 9. They caught the other 9. That exactly what that was MP's mindset. That exactly was his mindset. But that's how it is on defense. That's how, like, just think about defense in general. So let's just say the Ravens on defense and the whole D line go the wrong way, but somebody break through and get a sack. Yeah, that was a terrible play. You just had one person to make a play. On defense, it don't take but one person to make a play. On offense, all 11 got to do their job. But on defense, it takes one person to make a play. And the good defenses have a corner making a play, a linebacker making a play, defensive tackle making a play, edge making a play. It ain't all on one person. C. Browns. Freaking Myles Garrett had probably the best NFL game ever. And they weren't even close to winning. They wasn't even close to winning. This man had 5 sacks and they got blew out. Which is nuts to me. Nuts to me. But also, like Blackler just said, props to him for keeping that next play. You got to do that the whole game. And not just at cornerback, at every play. You mess up, hey, next play. We'll talk about my mess ups once I get to the sideline or when we watch film or whatever, but you always got to think about next play. But in that next play mentality, you got to realize you don't make the same mistake you just made a play before. But you do have to look forward to the next play because it ain't enough plays in the game to dwell on it. Because one bad play can turn into two bad plays can turn into a bad quarter can turn into a bad game, and bad game could be you out the league. So you got to figure it out. Got to figure it out. And then Calvin Noah kind of talked about Nate as well. I don't want that one. It's the wrong folder. Right here, while my stuff. There we go.
My guy, this dude is, I want to take a little, he's kind of like my little brother because I spent so much time with him last year. Nate Wiggins, he was my locker next to me. And, I always tell him, if you have a bad game, I'm going to tell him to put you back next to me. I got Malachi, so he's my new little brother. But Nate, if you mess up, you got to come back and move your locker back next to me. So, but yeah, I appreciate Nate. He's worked really hard. He's turned into CB1 before our eyes.
What'd you say, Kyle?
Come back and move your locker back next to me. So, but yeah, I appreciate Nate. He's worked really hard. He's turned into CB1.
Pinky up on this one. One more time, Kyle.
What's up? You got to come back and move your locker back next to me. So, but yeah, I appreciate Nate. He's worked really hard. He's turned into CB1 before our eyes. He's really been playing at a high level all year. Just got to keep it going. He should make the Pro Bowl and be in conversations for All Pro.
Hold on.
For how well he's played personally, and he's helping the defense out. My guy.
And that, like I said, gave up 8-9 catches. But she say, what up, Clyde? So, Q said something too. Why can't relationships, man? It's all about relationships. And you know what? I hate that. This has nothing to do with football. This is about life. I hate that I did not realize adulthood and moving your way through whatever your chosen path is work-wise was more about relationships and who you know versus what you know. I hated that I felt like I could get jobs based off my merit and what I've done, what I've put on tape and done with the schools I was working with. And I didn't realize jobs were about who you smooth with, who you good with, who you cool with. Because I used to go to these coaching things and I went for the actual knowledge. I would go sit in the meetings, take notes, everything that the presenter was talking about, write it down, try to memorize it, go read over it later on that night. Then we had other people, they come in there and I wouldn't even see they just be gone hanging out. and then be the ones that be keep constantly getting jobs. And I eventually finally realized after going to like the biggest clinic and in Nashville, where we had college coaches and high school coaches and a few professional coaches there, that this big old thing really is a big get to know you meet and greet. Yeah, it's a little ball going on, but this is, hey, what kind of relationships, what kind of dude are you? Can I trust you? Situations. And I just hated it took, the earlier part of my life, I didn't realize that was life. I just didn't. If I would have known this in my 20s when I was first started coaching, or realized that, or had somebody to teach me that, I'd probably be still coaching and not in high school. But you live and you learn, and you just try to pass that knowledge on to younger folks if they listen. If they listen, a lot of times they don't listen though. All right, back to football. Sorry, soapbox moment. Let's see what we got. We got one more left, and we gonna let our guy, like we normally do when we in training camp, we let Cordell finish, the show, and that's what we're gonna kind of do today. And if he and I've heard all this other stuff. I hadn't heard what Cordell had to say. I just recorded it. So if he say something prominent that I want to speak on, or if I see y'all say something in the chat about it, I'll stop and then we'll talk about it.
Cordell Woodland back with another Ravens recap. Ravens get the 30-16 win over the Chicago Bears.
Oh, first off, who would have thought we could have scored 30 points with Snoop? Even though I predicted 34 to 20 something, I was just expecting like some defensive touchdowns, maybe a punt return or something like that. Who would have thought we could have get to 30 points with Snoop? At one point during the game, I was questioning, can we get to 20? And looked up and we had 30.
Bears, really good day from Tyler Huntley. I got to be honest, this was one of the best games I've seen from Tyler Huntley in his career to this point. I had some doubts about how fluid this offense would look with Huntley out there, not thinking that it would look fluid with Rush. We all saw that movie, but I didn't know how much better it would look with Tyler Huntley, and it looked pretty good today. Ravens able to put up 30 points. Tyler Huntley 17 for 22, 186 yards through the air, did have the passing touchdown as well. The offense just seemed like they had a rhythm. They seemed like they played with confidence. The guys actually seemed
now that I do agree with that. And just like me and Cam was talking about earlier, he said he knew he was starting what's that, Saturday night? And I don't know if this one go through, but
stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
If he got first team reps, there's no chance unless Lamar didn't play. And then that stuff while Lamar came out early Saturday, so it's a little fuzziness in there somewhere. But again, don't matter. He got the job done, and I'm proud of Snoop for that.
Seemed like they believed that their quarterback would be able to get them the ball. The run game was in rhythm. You got to see Keaton Mitchell get out there. Keaton Mitchell, 4 carries for 43 yards. Derrick Henry, 21 carries for 71 yards, did have the 2 rushing touchdowns as well. He also moved past Walter Payton on the all-time rushing touchdown list as well, getting 111, I believe, with his first touchdown today, and then he added on to it with the second one. But I just was really pleased with the offense. Patrick Ricard coming back was a great sight to see. I thought it added that physicality that they had been missing.
Yep. See, and like I said, I hadn't listened to Cordell's post-game thing. But I talked about the physicality that Ricard brought. It looked a little different. It looked a little different. Now I got to dig deeper into the run game and see how well it did work, because I want to see him in there and how much he had to help. I can't say it like Ray Falafala, however you say it, and Voorhees. But I definitely am gonna get down to the bottom of it, and hopefully before Wednesday.
The offensive line, I mean, look, all in all, they were able to run the ball for the most part when they wanted to and when they needed to. You'd like to see them convert some of those field goals in the red zone into touchdowns.
All right, let's talk about that for a second. A lot of those field goals we got from Loop, at that point I wasn't mad about it, because we were scoring pretty much no points, and so 3 is better than nothing in those situations. So I felt like because you failed in so many fourth down situations, you had to take those points when you got them, because You just didn't know how it was going to pan out. You didn't know if them would have been your last points of the game, and you need as many as possible. So I think the reason we kicked those field goals, and one, because it's to put points on the board to give Snoop more of a cushion, and then you just don't know if you may not get down there again because you got a backup in and stuff can go left at any time. Because I will remind y'all of this: when Snoop almost threw that interception, I think the score was 13-10. And it probably would have been a pick six. But it didn't happen, and everything went out for the best. And for anybody think I'm down in Snoop, I think that was his only bad play of the game. I think that was his only one.
But look, to see them put up 30 points, and they had been averaging 6.5 points without Lamar Jackson this year. To go get 30 today, that's a good thing for this offense that's trending in the right direction. Despite all these things said about Todd Monken these days, it's kind of wild to me. I think he's the least of their issues, and I thought today showed that. But getting Lamar back will obviously take this offense to another level. Defensively, I like what I saw from the defense. They seemed aggressive. They seemed fast. They seemed physical. And they had their issues today. At times, Caleb Williams was able to throw the ball around the field, especially in the first half. Jerome Odunze, he was kind of eating the Ravens secondary up. But all in all, the Ravens will hold them to field goals, didn't allow them to really get in the end zone when they needed to. I liked what I saw from the defense today. Mike Green gets his first career sack. I like Kyle Hamilton flying all over the field. Nate Wiggins, despite getting picked on early in this game, Nate Wiggins bounces back and gets the interception
Next play mentality
late in the game. You got to love it. And you know, John was pleased with his team, talking to him after the game. He was really pleased with what he saw. He was happy to see them stick together despite everything that's gone on for them. Obviously,
especially
all the
Todd.
different stories coming out of the castle and the debacle with the injury report and Lamar Jackson yesterday. A lot of negatives surrounding this team, but they did keep their season alive with the 30-16 win over the Bears today. Now you got to go do it again on a short week on the road in Miami. Can the Ravens continue to stack wins? Because every week it's kind of season watch. Now, to their credit, and I shouldn't even say to their credit, but what they have gone in their favor, I should say, is you look in the division, the Bengals lose, the Browns lose. We'll see what happens with Pittsburgh tonight, but a Pittsburgh loss would do wonders for the Ravens going forward. But every week I think is just going to be as crucial.
And all of it fell in place. All of it fell in place.
As the week before, they've got to stack some wins, but 2-5 is much better than 1-6. Heard Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry both say that. I completely agree. We'll see if the Ravens can start to build on the momentum that they were able to get today, and we'll see if number 8 joins them on the field in Miami.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Let me see if I can put this up for y'all real quick. Look at these standings, and then we're gonna get up out of here. All right. So AFC South. Where is it? I'm sorry, AFC North. Where is it? Right here. So we're in third place right now. 2-5. Cincinnati is 1 game ahead of us. Pittsburgh is 2. This thing is really doable, people. Really, really doable. It really is doable. And then you look at the conference itself. We're 12th in the conference at 2-5. So this, as far as winning the division or getting in, if we run all 5 or 6 in a row, this thing is really, really doable. But like TY just said, you got to do 1 game at a time. You got to have 1 game at a time, one play at a time mentality to make sure you take care of business each time. Now, if that was my next point. It's like he over here reading my little notes I got. If we win Thursday, Eric DeCosta should blow phone lines up to try and get whatever this team needs. I mean, blow the phones up and try to get whatever this team needs. One last thing. Let's look at who the other teams in the division have this week. This is week 9. I'm talking about next week. I apologize. Next week. So we have the Dolphins Thursday. The Bengals turn around and play the Bears, who we just played. That could go either way. That could really go either way. The Steelers had a Colts. So I think that's another loss for the Steelers. And then the Browns have a bye. So Bears, Colts are who we rooting for next week. We got to take care of business, but Bears and Colts are the team we're rooting for next week. And I want to have this lasting image up here before we leave. I need this lasting image.
Sorry, everybody.
Does it feel like a performance like this helps?
Hold on.
Kind of cleanse the palate.
It hurt it then because
See, that's that stupid question. My bad.
Not hard, and I was just like, man, I would love to play for the best team in the National Football League again. So I just text hard, and I was like, give me a.
That's it right there. We're going to end with that picture right there, y'all. We're going to end with that picture right there, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man, especially the people that messed up the first stream and I had to redo this thing. Y'all came back. Hit that like button if you've not done so. And on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow for some kind of video dealing with the Ravens. And also Ravens Roundup tomorrow night with all my guys, Chris Just Joking, Kerry, Jose, and Sutton from Purple Rain Podcast. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Monday. Let's go watch a little Monday Night Football and maybe some Monday Night Basketball, I think, on NBC or something. But peace. Y'all be easy, just like T.Y. said.